morning, everybody. It is a very cold morning. It is, I think, 19 or 20 degrees right now. The high for today will be 31. I'm headed back to the barn after about a week and a half of being really sick. The flu is going around right now. I happen to be a victim of the flu, and then it just made like everything else I've got worse. So I had to take a lot of time off, and then I've got some follow-up doctor's appointments this week. But we're getting back to the barn today, and I can't wait to see Blue. I can't wait to see how he's doing. I'm definitely want to make sure that he's doing well because we have some really cold days coming up. I think one of the days when it's not actively going to be snowing, we're going to have a low of like 6 degrees, and that's pretty chilly. So right now I'm just sitting in the truck letting it warm up because it takes a little bit longer on really cold mornings. I want to make sure that she's running well. Oh, there's Fern. Hi, baby. Fern hasn't been to the barn in a week and a half, and the poor dog, has just been stir crazy. She's got cabin fever like no other, which I don't blame her because she's a puppy and she's used to running around at the farm every single day, and she's about lost her mind. So it'll be good for her. I definitely have like a bajillion layers on. I probably won't keep them all on during the day, but if I put them on going out the door, then I generally don't forget them. So, you know, hat, nice merino wool, balaclava. Then I've got like a bunch of different layers on in my overalls, and I have a new pair of boots on. I'm pretty excited. I got the Ariat waterproof, like zip up terrain boots, I think they are, so that I don't have to wear tall muck boots all the time because they get to be a little bit too much. They don't breathe, and so these just cut off at my ankle like my riding paddock boots, and they zip up, so they should be really easy on off, but they are waterproof, and I can muck around and do things in the farm in them. So we'll see how those go today. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to get up to today, but let's head over there. So after we turned out the other horses and they all had the breakfast and stuff, I went ahead and groomed Blue just a little bit, picked his feet, checked, make sure he didn't have any thrush, and decided to go into the indoor and let him go at liberty so I could watch how he walks around, see if he's got any stiffness or anything else from his injury. He's looking pretty good. He's sort of meandering slowly now. That's fine. It's pretty cold. His muscles are probably pretty cold. Don't need to do anything too intense, but I was watching him walk. And so now I've got him at liberty with me. And I decided, okay, well, if he's going to stick with me, then I will set up my camera and watch how he moves going over the poles and in a little bit of a trot. And he doesn't seem to be exhibiting any of the soreness. He's willing to turn, and he's willing to step over the pole. And you'll see in just a second that he trots off pretty well. We're coming out of the turn for it. That looks pretty normal, pretty good. And here I'm going to go ahead and have him pivot, stepping across with that foot. He didn't cross over 100%, but I'm not going to push him real hard. He did the motion. And here we go, yield that hindquarter. Again, he stepped over better with that side. And so, yeah, I think he's much better. Maybe I'll put a ride on him this week, just bareback in the indoor. Nothing crazy, especially because it's so cold. Everything's frozen. I don't want to cause any greater issue. But yeah, he's looking pretty good after his injury. And I think it's been, here we go. Yep, and he'll back up just fine as well. And we did some more exercises I didn't catch on camera. But it has been probably, 6 weeks since his injury, I think it is. I'd have to go back and look at the calendar, but yeah, about that. And so I'm pleased to see how well he's doing. Fern and I are walking down to the pond to retrieve the wildlife camera because we don't think the beaver's there any longer. And we think we have a new feral cat in the shop. So we want to see if we can catch some video of the cat. Hold on, gotta get through this gate. Oh wow, that was frozen in place. Okay. Always shut gates behind you on a farm. First rule. Okay, so I don't remember where I left off, but yeah, we think the beaver's gone, and I think there's a new cat, and we put out some food for one feral cat we knew lived here even before Sherman passed, and so if there's a new cat, we want to put out a little more food and maybe get a picture of what's eating it, because it could also be a possum or a raccoon or something. Okay, and I chose not to bring the four-wheeler, one, because I need a little bit of exercise to stretch my legs, and two, it's freezing, and so I figured I would just make the walk, and that allows Dave to take the four-wheeler out and check the fence while I get the camera. But it is a beautiful winter day. It's cold, but it's gonna get colder, so I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine and the lack of ice for now. And then we're gonna start prepping the barn because we're supposed to get about 22 inches of snow this weekend. Little killdeer. Wow. Pond level's up after a couple days of rain and a couple days of some like snowy, frosty rain, and it seems to have drained into the pond. Still really low. Oh yeah. The beaver dam. There hasn't been any change to it. Actually looks like it's underwater more now. That's why I can't really see it anymore. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move this camera. Oh boy, Fern. Don't fall through that ice. Okay. There we go. Yep. Scaring up the birds. What'd you find? Hey! You got clamshell? I'm not gonna take it from you. I don't want it. It's a good prize. Good job. Alright, there's our trail cam. See if I can get this guy out of here. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's tons of vines. Okay. Let's see if this has anything on it, or if the solar panel was even able to get any sun to keep the battery charged. Okay, it's on. Oh, 100% battery, sweet. Let's do... We have 249 pictures on here. Holy smokes. Let's see. You got another clamshell? Okay. Let's see. Well, some are obviously of me. There's pictures from setting up last time. Oh, caught a buck. I don't know if you can see that. This is probably terrible. You probably can't see this at all. Here, let's try it. Hold on. Get off the ice. Fern. Yeah, we're playing that game. Yep, there's the buck. Hi, Pop. Ha, we caught a mouse. It's a big mouse. It's probably a possum. Here. Let me turn this around. What do you all think? Mouse? Possum? I don't know. We got a deer. Cute. Oh, there's two. Oh, yes, we see you. Oh my goodness. Stay off the pond. Come around here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Stay off the pond. It's not deep. We don't need you falling in because there's a big old snapping turtle in there. Yeah. Stay here with me. Yeah. Oh, I got vines and mess and trees. Good girl. Stay off the pond. Let me keep looking at this camera. All right. I'm going to go up. Okay. I'm going to do my best to show you this nature saga that we caught on the camera. All right. So... okay, so what you're seeing in the very bottom of the screen, moving, that's a mouse. Or a rat. And then landing is the owl. That eats the mouse. If that's a mouse, that's a big mouse. Whatever it was, this owl wanted it. Here, that guy right there. That is so cool. Y'all, look at that. Do you see that? That's a bear. I caught a bear on the pond. What? I gotta try it. It won't let me zoom in. I don't know why. Hold on. I have no idea if that one picture is a bear or a giant raccoon or a bird. It's probably a bird. It's probably the heron. But it looks like a bear. I can't zoom in on it, so I'm gonna maybe try and put it on my computer and blow it up and see. Because based on like where I'm sitting, okay, so I'm sitting right next to where the camera is. Okay, and that's where that animal was sitting. And definitely bigger than an animal like Fern. Because there she is. And she's probably the size of a big coyote. Way bigger than a fox, way bigger than a raccoon, smaller than a bear. And she's about equidistant right now. So there's her. And there's that spot. So who the heck knows what that was? You having a good time? Okay, it is 13:24, so a little after lunch. I haven't eaten yet, but Fern and I are gonna go over to Tractor Supply and pick up some horse food for our horses. Dave's going to Southern States to get the rest of the horse food. I'm also gonna get some bird seed for the farm because of the snow that we have coming, and I'm also gonna try and get some snow melt. And sprinkle the driveways of both my house and the farm early because we have gravel, and so using the tractor or the snow plow tears it up, so we try not to do it too much. So I'm gonna put some snow melt down. So as well, this is obviously Fern's favorite way to face the camera. Maybe I'll try and blur that. It's special. Okay.
Well, it's at least come up 4 degrees.
Walking down the lonely sand, no one else is here to stand underneath the sky of gray, watching clouds just roll away. Pull my coat up to my chin, let the winter breeze begin. Holding on to something white, a tumbler sealed up nice and tight. Twist the lid and watch the steam rising like a waking dream. My breath is white, the air is cold, but in my hands I have some gold. Frozen fingers start to thaw, the prettiest thing I ever saw. The scent of bergamot and spice melts the heart and melts the ice. Winter sea and warm black tea, a perfect contrast, wild and free. The world is freezing deep and wide, but I have got a fire inside, sipping on the bittersweet, where the waves in silence.
Friday.
The horizon draws a heavy line, but this quiet moment is all mine. Far away from city noise, I finally hear my inner voice.
I didn't get to film much today because we were trying to prep the barn for the crazy snowstorm we're supposed to be getting this weekend. In fact, we were fixing doors and fixing fences. That's why I have my eye pro on. But the horses were going nuts, so I walked over to see what it was that they were spooking at, and there's nothing there. Maybe I missed the deer herd running through, and because it's cold, Friday was already feeling frisky, and they just decided to go for a run around. But on another note, one of the boarders at the barn gave us a jacket that didn't fit her dogs anymore, so that she could have a nice new winter coat now that she's gotten bigger, and she loves it.